It's been quite a while since we've done one of these, but today we're diving right back into it with the Ride1Up Revv1 DRT. The ultimate off-road beast in their moped style e-bike lineup, built for trails, dirt, and adventure. This bike could be a game changer for thrill seekers and anyone a part of the outdoor adventure culture. So let's just hit the ground running and see what the Revv1 Dirt is all about. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Talon and I make new videos every single week. Like I mentioned, it's been well over a year since I've done any e-rideable videos, and there's a reason for that. I get hit up by a ton of companies from all over the world, and nothing typically catches my eye until I saw this bike. Right from the jump, this thing is screaming a lot more than just your standard e-bike. It's almost bordering on the line of a motorcycle, which is why I'm basically considering this more of a moped than anything else, especially when it comes to some of the features. The Ride1Up Revv1 Dirt is the off-road king of the Revv1 family, designed for those who crave adventure. With a 1000 watt sustained gear hub motor delivering 95 Newton meters of torque, a 52 volt 20 amp hour Samsung battery, and UL certifications for safety, this bike is built to conquer some pretty tough terrain. It's offering an advertised range of 30 to 60 miles depending on your riding style, weight, and trail conditions, of course. And it's offered in a few different colorways as well. I kind of went out on a limb here and went against my typical instincts of all black everything, and I went with the Toy Soldier colorway. It's kind of hard to show and even describe these colors, but the main frame of the bike is like this dark army green with some like silver metallic flake in it, and then the rest of the accessories are sort of like a gray tan mixture. I wasn't sure what to expect because I've only ever seen photos online, but I think this is a pretty sharp looking bike. The Dirt comes pre-programmed as a Class 2 e-bike for 20 miles per hour on throttle and pedal assist, but you can of course switch it to an off-road mode, and we're unlocking speeds of over 28 miles per hour. There's also a boost feature which you can unlock, which will deliver even more amperage, giving you, in theory, even higher top speeds. The 28 plus is advertised, and we're definitely going to be putting that to the test today. But on private roads where people are not present, you always want to make sure you check your local city and state guidelines for legality of a bike, especially one like this with a ton of power. Now let's talk about some key features. The Dirt rocks some 20 by 4 inch crazy off-road tires for gripping dirt, gravel, wet sand, and basically anything that you can throw at the bike. The double crown 100 millimeter fork with rebound adjustment and hydraulic lockout paired with a DNM spring suspension should be soaking up some tough trails like nobody's business. Just looking at it, I would say that this thing is absolutely built for jumps and all kinds of craziness, so we'll see what we can find out there on the trails today. The Dirt's custom front headlight fairing with a 120 lux moto style headlight is going to keep your path lit, although it does lack the turn signals that you can get on some other models like the FS. There's a 3.5 inch two-tone LCD display which is super clear, showing speed, battery, and customizable pedal assist settings. And those 4-piston 203 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes, they're gonna stop this 91-pound beast with confidence. A brake setup like that with a bike of this weight, that is definitely something that would be high on my priority list. The 52 volt 20 amp hour battery is removable with 2 different keys for protection, and the heavy duty adjustable chainstay kickstand keeps it stable even on uneven ground. There are a lot of accessories found over on their website, like an optional center storage cage or a passenger kit if you're ready for some long hauls and you're bringing a buddy with you. And the molly plate in the center of this thing, that's just genius. Everyone has molly compatible accessories, and you can do quite a lot of accessorizing with a panel like that. Now, I don't want to bore you with any more specs. If you're looking for anything in particular, I will leave a link for this bike down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. But now it's time to throw a helmet on, go for a ride, and see what the Revv1 Dirt is all about. All right, here we go doing some normal bike things. This is exactly how this bike was shipped to me. It's in just a standard mode, Class 2 e-bike, which makes it legal to ride on sidewalks and communities and stuff like that, so shouldn't be getting into any trouble since right now I'm on pedal assist 0, just kind of pumping my legs, pushing this bike around. And with the weight of the bike, the frame, the battery, the giant motor and everything, I would not want to run out of power on this bike because yes, you can pedal it, but it is not the easiest thing to pedal a fixed gear bike that weighs this much, has dirt tires and stuff like that. This is all about off-road, so we're gonna go to try to find some dirt. Normal pedaling here on flat ground. It says I'm doing an indicated 7.8 miles. Happy to report this screen is super easy to read, even when I'm wearing polarized sunglasses right now. A lot of e-bike manufacturers will put some kind of like polarizing protection on there, and it oftentimes is reverse of sunglasses, so you can't read this with sunglasses on. This screen is huge, legible, bright. This is probably one of the best screens that I've seen on an e-bike before. You may be able to notice there that I've already done 6 miles with this thing because I was curious. I wanted to test it out a little bit before we really got into this review. And with the controls over here, you can change things like miles per hour into kilometers per hour. You can see your odometer and all other kinds of information like that. So let's go up into pedal assist 1 now. Woo, snappy. Let's actually try that from a stop. So starting from 0, the motor shouldn't kick in until I have a little bit of speed because that felt like a pretty aggressive jolt there. Yeah, I guess that's pretty normal. The acceleration curve is really quick, even in the lowest pedal assist mode. So something to keep in mind if you're completely new to riding e-bikes or in this case, like an e-moped. So pedal assist 1, I'm barely giving this any force with my legs and I'm doing about 10, 11 miles per hour. Let's bump up into pedal assist 2. You can hear that motor working a little bit harder now. Going up to 15, 16, 17, about 18 miles per hour there with pedal assist 2. That's already pretty fast. So I'm curious to see how incrementally this will go up. While you are moving, the motor definitely senses really quick. There's almost 0 delay there with it actually coming on, and then as soon as I stop pedaling, it's pretty quick to turn off too. I don't think this is a torque sensor on this just because it feels so like instant and almost aggressive, which I like. I mean, I'm gonna ride this thing basically like a motorcycle, so it feels pretty good. Let's go up into pedal assist mode 3. These off-road dirt tires here should really help me in this like gravel and kind of muddy stuff that we're going through right now. I have no idea where I'm even going. We got like some construction going on over here. They also do have safeties on the brakes, so if you are pedaling and going into a turn but you need to slow down, you can keep pedaling, and when you cover the brakes, it actually disengages the motor. So nice kind of simple safety feature that's on a lot of e-bikes. This suspension already feels really nice, and I haven't even tweaked it for like my own weight or how I'm gonna be riding this thing. Haven't even touched the throttle over here, so this is not a thumb throttle, this is a twist throttle. Let's give that a little shot. Yeah, in the class 2 mode, it doesn't feel much different than the pedal assist, but I'm sure once we go up into like a class 3 or the off-road or the off-road boost, it's going to be a lot more aggressive than that. And this trail ends right here. Let's just keep going, I guess. This thing's made for off-road, right? Hopefully there's no rocks or anything in here. I can't really see what I'm riding through. Got a little bit of a climb here. Let's go into pedal assist 4. That's going to basically require me giving it little to no effort. Ooh, okay, that climb was a little harder than I thought it was going to be. Let's go into 5. Let's hop out here off the sidewalk since we're going kind of quick. Man, the suspension on this thing feels so good. Definitely better than any other full suspension bike that I've ridden. I'd probably have to ride them like side by side, but with 0 tuning for like my weight or anything, it feels really nice. So this is the top of pedal assist 5 in class 2. Let's bump this thing up and see what kind of power it's actually going to make. For legal reasons, I probably shouldn't show you how to do this, but if you do order a bike, you can contact Ride1Up and sign a little like waiver thing, and they can tell you how to do all of this. It's just a legal thing. I think you're supposed to be 18. It is what it is. And just a few seconds later, it is now indicating we are in a class 3 mode. So let's see what this is all about. I'm gonna bump all the way down to pedal assist 0. Just kind of pedal like normal here. Gonna get up to speed where it's comfortable and then bump up to pedal assist 1. So even in this mode, it's still feeling pretty good, going up to like 15, 16 miles an hour now in the first mode. Pedal assist 2, ever so slightly, a little bit more power there. Easily going 18, 19, 20 miles an hour now, 21, all the way up to about 24 miles an hour now. Will we get any more top speed with more pedal assist? Level 3, I can hear the motor whining a little bit more. Doing 25, 26 now. Also going up a slight hill here. 27. They advertise 28 plus, and I think that is going to be on the modest side for a bike like this. Pedal assist 4. I mean, I'm giving it little to no effort at all here, and we're just screaming up this hill. Doing almost 29 miles per hour. Yep, 29, there it is. And then pedal assist 5, because why not? Oh man. So the way the power comes on when you're pedaling in an assist mode, I guess it's a little bit smoother than I was originally thinking, but right there I just pulled out pedal assist mode 5 in class 3, and I'm already doing 30 miles an hour. 31, 32. 33, 34, 35. I'm glad I have a full face helmet on for this right now, I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely moped territory. Now class 3, going up a hill, let's give it some throttle this time. The throttle mode seems pretty linear with the power that it's giving you when you're using a pedal assist mode. It comes on pretty instantaneously and it gives you a really high top speed. So here throttle is limited to, wait till we're going flat, maybe 24, 25 miles an hour, but then if I pedal, it's actually giving me more power now too. So it seems like the throttle is limited on class 3 and then you get more while you're pedaling. Doing 33, 34, basically keeping up with traffic on the road next to me. This is already the fastest e-bike that I've probably tested outside of like an electric dirt bike, but there's still more power to unlock. And to do that, I definitely want to get off of like public areas. We're gonna go back to sort of like a private trail and road. Maybe on the backside of a construction site over here. All right, I had to do a pretty good stint there on the street until I get back to some like private area. Had a top speed of 38.8 miles per hour already. That was going downhill. Pedal assist 5, class 3. So I'm assuming we're going to be able to unlock even more than that. More than 38 miles an hour on a bike like this is insane. Definitely faster than any like pedal assist bike that I've ever ridden. And I like that they give you the option to unlock this. So if you are in an area where maybe it's not legal to have a class 2 plus bike, like class 3 or this off-road mode, then you could keep the bike within the legal limits. However, maybe you're going out on a weekend and you want to throw the bike on the back of your truck, go up into the mountains and unlock its full power, then you have this next option here. Before we do that though, let's just see how the throttle feels from a dead stop in class 3. Not pedaling at all. Nothing too crazy. If I do pedal though, the power comes on much, much quicker. Just feel the brakes. They feel really nice. I'm glad they have giant disc brakes that are hydraulic on a bike like this. You actually need it. Now let's go into the next mode. All right, now we are in off-road mode. I'm gonna go all the way back down to pedal assist 0. And I'm curious how this thing is programmed. Is it going to give me anything? It is not. Pedal assist 1 in off-road mode. All right, still feels very comparable to the last mode in class 3. I think we're really gonna see the difference here with the throttle. So first, let's just go all the way up to pedal assist 5 in off-road mode while on dirt and see what this thing is gonna give us. An easy 34 miles an hour. Does throttle add any more to this? I think it does now. 35, going up a little bit of a hill. Yeah, so now I'm not pedaling at all. We're doing 36 miles an hour. Off-road mode is basically unlocking a top speed of a class 3 mode with pedaling, but with zero effort at all. I'm doing 38 miles an hour. Oh man, that's crazy. I love the riding position on this. This is a tall bike, so this isn't gonna be for very short riders, I would say. It feels very cafe racer-esque. It's styled that way too. This feels like a proper gas tank here with the battery compartment and everything. I haven't even mentioned the other controls, but if I tap the power button, I now have a headlight and tail light on. You have a high and low beam over here on my right hand, and then even a horn, which actually sounds pretty cool. Now, riding in this off-road mode with just cranking on the throttle all the time, riding it like a motorcycle is definitely going to eat into the battery. This is by no means going to be a range test, but so far I've gone through 1 bar of battery. We've gone 6 miles already. Actually 7 if we include the first little bit of riding when I powered the bike off and turned it back on. I'm curious what the distance will be riding it the way I'm planning on riding a bike like this. And we're not even in the highest power mode. Let's stick in this mode for now and try to climb this dirt hill in front of us. Just gonna go full throttle here. 30 miles an hour up this hill. Not the steepest hill ever, but it's getting steeper as we climb, and this is a really long hill, so this is kind of going to stress test the motor as far as heat, battery sag, and things like that go. If I just let off the throttle and give it a tiny bit of pedaling, basically feels identical. So off-road mode is going to mimic your pedaling and the twist throttle over here. All right, we're getting a little bit of sag here climbing this really long hill. Drop down to 24 miles an hour, but on the flat, it's picking up a little bit. This bike is not only pulling its own weight up the hill, again, not a very light e-bike, but it's also pulling my weight. I probably weigh 185 pounds as of right now. So I'm not asking the most out of the bike, but probably a little bit more than an average rider. All right, so we completed that pretty long climb there, and the bike did pretty well. But there's still another mode to go. So while I'm in the off-road mode, if I press and hold the minus button on the controls over here, you will notice this little, kind of this extra like boost icon here that illuminates. I'm not exactly sure the technical specs on this, but in theory, this should give us a lot more amperage to the motor, and we should have some top speeds here. Now, going back down this hill, we're going to see exaggerated top speeds, but I'm just curious, given this bike everything that it's got, down a hill, on dirt, let's see what it does. Whoa, throttle picks up way quicker when you're in this mode for sure. 30 miles an hour. 35, 38, 40, 41, 43, 45, and now holding steady at 44, 45, yeah, I would say like 44 and a half miles per hour. I mean, this feels like an electric dirt bike at this point. Suspension is super comfortable. Hopefully you guys can hear me with all this wind noise. 45.8, can we go faster? And now we're already flattening out. 45 miles per hour. Feels so solid. Suspension feels great. We're on like washboard roads right now. This thing is so rad. Now we're in pedal assist 5. A little bit of pedaling. Let's see if there's any difference here. I can't imagine. I mean, easily doing 38, 40 again, 41. 43, I'm gonna slow down for this turn. I mean, I trust these tires, but I don't know if I trust them that much yet. This thing is like a legit moped commuter. If you live in an area where something like this, with this much speed is allowed, this could be a really sick option. Don't pay for gas, little to no maintenance, just like typical bike maintenance. You have a chain with a fixed gear, you have suspension that's adjustable. I'm doing 40 miles an hour right now. This is trippy. This is between a very nice, fast, nicely equipped e-bike and an electric dirt bike, in my opinion. Yeah, brakes are very strong. I'm only going like half brake power there, and ooh, we finally lost another bar of battery. 15 miles on the odometer, max speed, 45.8 miles per hour. Let's just go on this sort of flat road here. I've got traffic behind me, so we're just gonna go and see what off-road plus with the boost will give us in pretty normal riding conditions. 35 miles an hour, easy, blowing any other bike that I've really tested like this out of the water. 37, 38, slight little incline there, 39, 40, down 2 bars of battery, comfortably holding 40 miles an hour. If you can't already tell, I'm a big fan of this bike. Now while I'm riding, if I press and hold the minus button again, that takes us out of that kind of extra boost mode. So now I'm conserving a little bit more battery than just being like all the way on the highest power level. Still giving me great speeds. Feels like a dirt bike. Oh man. 1000 watt Bafang motor, 95 Newton meters of torque. Top speed was 45 plus. Crazy. Now I'm not sure how long the range will last riding in like the full power mode, so I'm gonna start heading my way back, maybe find a little bit of a single track, maybe some little jumps and stuff like that. You're gonna wanna be careful with where you ride this thing. Like I wouldn't recommend riding this on a mountain bike trail given the top speed and things like that, but if you're on private property, your own backyard, shouldn't be an issue. All right, a little power line section here is like prairie dog town. Look at all the prairie dogs running around. Previously, there was some kind of like single track area through here. Oh yeah, it's just a little grown up right now. This is it. You can jump all these prairie dog mounds. Suspension is just eating it up too. It feels really good. Whew. Oh, flinging dirt everywhere now. Those tires are doing their job though. I'm actually riding this thing pretty conservatively too. On some bikes that don't have a ton of power, like the off-road boost mode, you're basically giving it full throttle everywhere, but I'm riding this thing basically like a dirt bike. Just little throttle inputs here and there whenever I need them. Give it a little extra when you jump over things like that. This thing is sick. Kind of looks like our trail runs out here, but we'll make it work. Gonna have to do a few more laps up and down this to get rid of all this new growth. This could be a whole lot of fun if you can actually see where you're going. And climbing up a hill in this mode is no problem at all. All right, I did not think I was going to be making this comparison in this video, but instead of comparing this to another e-bike that I have, I think this is a closer option to compare it to here. A Moped, this is a Honda Ruckus, 49cc, a bunch of mods done to it. And when it comes to top speed, this thing is going to be faster than a stock Moped scooter. There are so many cool things that I wasn't expecting with the Revv1 DRT, so let's talk about who this thing is actually for. I think this thing is mainly going to be for adventure junkies who want a moped style e-bike that can handle rugged trails and a lot of off-road fun. It's probably going to be ideal for riders between like 5'4" to 6'4", and anyone up to about 350 pounds. Keep in mind, if you are on the taller or heavier side, your range and performance is definitely going to take a little bit of a hit. And because I didn't do a range test in this video, I'm not exactly sure riding this thing in full power all the time, how far you could actually go. But I'm basically using e-bikes or moped style bikes like this for fun more than actually commuting. If you wanted to stretch out the range, I would guess that in a class 2 pedal assist 3 through 5, you could probably get up to that advertised range. But again, I don't know, maybe you guys want to see a dedicated range test with different factors in a future video. If you do want to see that, let me know. The Revv1 DRT has absolutely delivered, and keep in mind that you don't need a license or registration to actually ride this thing. Again, you want to check out your local rules for using that off-road or the boost mode. But if you're like me and you like to adventure in 4-wheeled vehicles that can carry 2-wheeled vehicles, then this would probably be a really good option for you. There are a few different styles of this bike that you can choose from, and the price is ranging from $19.95 up to $24.95. The DRT obviously being on the higher end of that spectrum, but at the same time, that is going to be cheaper than a moped or a scooter like this. So kind of crossed off a lot of boxes that I wasn't expecting, and I'm actually excited to take this thing out and ride it a little bit more. Will I bring it on any future adventures? Maybe. I do have the racks that could support it with a vehicle like this right here. But let me know what you guys think about the Ride1Up Rev1 DRT. If you have any questions on it, let me know in the comments down below. If there's any kind of like future comparison video that you'd be interested in seeing, drop that down there, and then when I get some time, I'll try to make that stuff happen. I rarely hang on to e-bikes that I test here on the channel, but this one is definitely one that is going to stay in the stable, and I think I should probably get another one. I should get the black version and wrap it in side camo like this, because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Any bike that has gotten my stamp of approval, I own 2 of them. So I think another Rev1 DRT is probably on the horizon. So that's gonna be all for this review. If you guys enjoy these e-bike, e-moto reviews, slap a like on this video so I know to make more in the future. And if you are new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe because I make new videos every single week. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.